All right, it's our first time out. We're going to, it's a little windy today, a little breezy, but we're not in a rush to get anywhere. It's gonna be some chop. They're calling for 2 to 3 footers. So we're gonna find some shallow water reefs and try to chum up some fish, some snapper and stuff off these reefs, mangrove and vermilion snappers, all different kinds of stuff. Cobias, we're hoping we might be able to run into some of those. We'll see. We got chum, we got tons of cut bait, we got some live crab, and that's what we're gonna work on right now. So we're gonna try to get out. It's my dad's new rig. It's got dual Simrads on it. It's pretty sweet. One he's got gauged up and the other one's ready to rock for sonar options and everything else. So mapping, Navionics maps, both have the same maps on our boats. So it's kind of cool, we can read them and look. Tide's pretty slack right now, so we're gonna cruise out slowly. We got a bunch of different rods rigged, a bunch of different stuff. I'm trying to go through that once we get out there and see what we can catch. So stay tuned for when we're running and hopefully snagging some fish out here. Shark. Caught him on light tackle. That was fun. Pretty cool. Going up on my shit. We just wrapped up and out here. How long have we been out today? 5 hours. Really fun. We could go way offshore. We wanted to. It's too windy, so we stayed inshore. We found some reefs and some drop-offs, some holes and stuff. And we pulled up a lot of lane snappers, Spanish mackerel, some groupers. Yeah, we got a bonnethead shark in the boat. We got a lot of good eating fish in the cooler. I think we're limited on lane snappers. Yep. So we have we got some good eating fish just for messing around day one down here. I'll show you the cooler real quick, or the live well. So we got a few of them dancing around in there. Go home. Here it's windy as hell out here today, and we're in the same area we were yesterday. Out there is essentially nothing but ocean in Cuba. Right here is one of the last islands off the tip of the Keys we're at. There's a charter right here next to us, not far away. All this is a pretty deep hole. Let's see, where's this at? Where's sonar? Split screen there. So basically it's a deep hole. It's all pretty flat and shallow around here, and you can see I'm about 16 foot deep here. We're on the edge of about a 20-foot hole. See all the bait fish? There's a lot of bait fish in this area. It's a deep trench here. So what we're doing is we're anchored up long line. It's a real shallow reef there. I mean, you're talking like less than a foot deep. It's a drop off here. We're anchored up, chum bag, chum slick going right here, and it's drifting. The current's taking all this chum all the way out into this deep hole behind us. Right where our baits and everything else is. We're fishing with crab right now. I have this line here. It's got a blue crab hooked to the corner of it, and it's drifting right in the chum slick. On top of that, we're also fishing with somewhat light tackle. We're trying to pull snappers and stuff off the bottom. I have a couple split on here for me. I didn't feel like retying anything. And this, I got to put more bait on. It's a circle hook, piece of squid. And all we're doing is dropping the bottom. And we drop the bottom, you're feeling, and the chum that starts bringing more fish in, and these snappers and grunts and stuff like that are coming up and eating. You don't know what's going to pass through here. This is the deepest channel heading into the shallowest part of around the islands and the Keys. So you have no idea what's going to come through here. Cobias, there's all kinds of crap that comes through. Sharks, barracudas, you name it. So the old man's running out his long line right now. He's got a balloon and a crab below it. I'm just running a crab, kind of drifting with the chum. There you go. The old man's got a steel leader on his. So we're just cutting bait, hooking them in circle hooks, dropping the bottoms, and messing with these fish. A lot of little snappers and a lot of stuff like that until something tags these crabs off the back or cut bait or whatever we're using.
The chum will bring them in.
The chum brings them all in pretty, you know, that's what it does. It tracks them. So we're not afraid to throw a couple of chum blocks out every time we're out fishing because it starts sucking them in. And the current's taking the chum out in this direction. So I'll show you how fast this works here. I'm going to get this rigged up.
Got a lot of current today too. There we go, baby. Never know. We had shark yesterday. We had
Snappers, plain snappers.
snapper, shark, Spanish mackerel. Don't tell me what's in here.
Slick helps, you know.
So these are little ones, you know. These are little late
have
snappers.
no
idea what's cooking up.
Until we get some better weather. It looks like Friday, right? We're pretty much limited to this and inshore fishing, but we inshore fish up where my dad lives, up on Pine Island, in the Pine Island Sound. I mean, you're catching sea trout all day. I mean, we limit every day on sea trout, reds, sharks. We do a lot of that. So here, we come down here to reef fish and wreck fish and stuff. We can't get offshore yet. So in the meantime, we're trying to chum in and see if we can catch as close to shore as we possibly can without, you know, getting killed going out in giant waves. But it's still fun. I mean, how we catch a lot of fish, a lot of rod action. So we're cooking tonight. We're cooking some of the fish we caught. I caught lane snappers today. And what else did we catch, Dad? Grunts.
Grunts?
Yeah, barracudas. But we're cooking right now. What we're catching...
Snapper.
We caught snappers, so we're cooking lane snappers. What we did, they're not very huge fish, so I'm taking a couple fillets. We filleted them out, made sure there's no bones in them. Salt and peppered them. I'm putting them down the bottom, and then I took some stuffing mix, and I mixed some crab with it. Some salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of basil. And we're layering down the snappers. I'm putting stuffing with crab stuffing on top. And then I'm putting more lane snappers on top of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake them. After we get done baking them, I'm making a lemon cream sauce that goes over the top of them.
Ooh,
yes.
Yummy.
Thank you, my cheering section over here. And to make it taste even better, I'm drinking margaritas. So that's what we got going on. I put a little Parmesan in there too in the stuffing mix. We're gonna bake them off in the oven, and then we get done. I'm gonna put lemon cream sauce over them. And my mom's making some crazy shit called beach bread that we have in Florida here. Apparently they eat a lot down here. So we're eating like kings tonight. I have a bunch of fresh herbs and spices, but I only use select few. My lemon cream sauce has just that. Lemon, cream, garlic, a little bit of onion, butter. And afterwards, we're going to take a cholesterol pill to wash it all down. So I'll show you the finished product when it's done. Oh, there's also white wine in that sauce. I'd tell you exact quantities, but I don't know because I'm just kind of making this shit up as I go along. It's a blend of like 3 recipes I've used in the past. What? So we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
What's that?
Is my cheese bread burning?
Probably.
Beach bread?
I'm not keeping that. My mom's trying to cook, but this is the story of my life since I was a kid. She puts shit in the oven and forgets about it and burns the living hell out of it.
4,000 degrees.
Yeah, she's cooking at 425.
That's the recipe.
Oh my
Better
god.
check it then.
So here we are. But yeah, it's been fun so far. We've caught quite a few fish today. Me and the old man were getting cut off by barracudas. We had to put titanium leaders on to avoid that bullshit. So I've been down here 2 days, and I'll tell you what, it's been a long week. This is the first time since I was 8 years old I've seen my mom cook anything.
I'm gonna throw this hot.
Since I was 8 years old. Since then, that's how I got this big. My mom used to feed me fast food.
You cook. She doesn't cook.
Yeah. Me and my dad, we kind of defend for our fucking selves growing up.
You're so mean.
It's been terrible.
You're mean.
It's been awful. Look at this. This is all McDonald's. Every bit of this, because my mom, all these years. So, we got some pretty good weather today. Yesterday we went out, we stayed pretty shallow. It was super windy. It was like the windiest day of the week, I think. So we stayed shallow, we fished barracudas, went out, did a little reef fishing. We chummed up a couple pretty big schools of fish and some giant sharks. We had some,
hammerhead.
There's a hammerhead. The guy said there's a guy next to his fish. We saw it finning in the water.
Chasing the stingray.
Yeah, it was chasing a stingray. He said it was probably 10 foot or 11 foot long. And we had another one that was at least 8 to 10. Looked like a sandbar shark underneath us. But we also had a bunch of these other fish, those Bermuda chubs.
Right.
They were all around us. We were messing with those and stuff. But we're going, we think we got enough weather. We can go to some shallow reefs today, at least a little further than we've been going. So the weather's just been, 12, 13, gusting to 20 mile an hour. But today we might be able to do it. It looks like the bay was flat when I drove by to get more chum. Got a hat cam with me today, so I'll be able to film a little bit more from my hat. Should be fun. See you on the water. But right now we're just cruising out. It's about a 5-minute ride to where we can start putting the hammer down and going after getting out to where we need to go. I think we'll go, if we can, it'd be nice if we get 5 or 6 miles out in 1 to 2 footers. It'd be kind of cool, so we'll wait and see. Here he comes. Get ready to gaff. So we circling?
Yep. He was circling a little bit ago, and then he picked up his shit. Anchor line. Get it?
Yep, hold up. Come here, Dad.
Yep.
Here he is, give me the gaff.
There.
It's stuck around the anchor line.
Go ahead. Holy fuck.
Good, it broke off. So 15-pound test.
Jesus Christ, are we lucky. Let me get a picture, dude. Hang tight. Sure. Ready? Okay, man.
What do you want to do with them?
Put them in the fucking thing right there. God almighty. Nice job, man.
Bitch.
There. Next.
That's a nice king man too. That fucker will stake out good. All right, it's my last day in the Keys. It's about 4 o'clock. Tide is dead flat. We're out here about 8 miles fishing the Reef, the Straits of Florida down here. We absolutely smashed them today on light tackle. Me and my dad are fishing with ultralight shit. We have These are the rods we're
Shimano
using.
400 reels and buku rods.
These buku rods that are made. This is what we fish sea trout inshore with in reds. We're out here fishing.
Medium action, ultralight.
Yeah, ultralight medium rods. So we're out, usually we're inshore fishing stuff like reds and stuff with these, and they fight like a bitch. Well, today we're offshore fishing the reef. We caught a couple fucking giant king mackerels, pretty good king mackerels.
3 good ones.
And then we caught
Spanish
mackerels. I caught a bonita. We fought for a half hour on 15-pound test.
Yeah.
I barely boated him. We got some bait out of him. And then we destroyed we got into some pretty nice yellowtails, which we have in here. We were fishing off the reef. And
Porgies.
they're delicious. So we caught them and some porgies. I'll show you this cooler full up here real quick. This is our haul today of there's a couple nice king mackerels in there, a couple Spanish mackerels. We use those are pretty good eating if you eat them fresh. Bonita for bait. We're one away on our king max from a limit. We like eating those too. We like eating everything. But we're out here wrapping it up. I'm heading home tomorrow to Michigan. But we went through a shitload of chum, caught some pilchards this morning. And man, they just freaking tanking the bigger fish on that live bait. So it was fun. After that, we're using shrimp and some other cut bait. But we just been here dropping chum all day and knocking the living shit out of them. So time for me to head home. My dad's gonna stay down here, kick the shit out of these fish for a few weeks. He's gonna head back up to where his house is in the Gulf. It's on the Gulf side because right now we're in the Atlantic side. Thanks for checking out my channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. My next trips will probably be turkey hunting, fishing, starting to fish in Michigan, walleye fishing in the spring, and then the Chinook salmon bullshit we always get into. So check me out, Instagram /Paul C. Bowers, The Chosen Life Outdoors on YouTube. We'll see you next time. Anything else to add, Pop?
Nope. Had a great day.
Tune in. It's a good day.